Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
Time to talk travel stories and to talk you through travel stories without making a mistake, the one and only Ambika and Hoshna. Yes, their relationship is not approved by me, but their stories are. Check out new episodes on our IVM podcast apps. Happy listening, mother and fathers. Alright, please note that the language and ideas presented on the show might not be suitable for everyone. If you're under 18, make sure your mom isn't around. If you're over 80, why is your mom around?
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Yes, we're going to meet on Cyrus Says Abish Mathew, who's a revolutionary comic, a very, very funny man. A man who's played to packed houses in New York, Chicago and Melbourne simultaneously. It's never been done before. Oh, I've just been told those houses don't exist, but it's Abish Mathew.
Why follow your auntie's advice when you can follow Cyrus Says on Facebook and Twitter to stay updated about the latest shows?
Okay, here on Cyrus Says, we're recording this installment of the world's greatest show around the time of our 70th year of independence. God bless India. And I want to thank all the people of India, all the Hindustanis, for showing fortitude and strength, collective wisdom and power. Not in surviving 70 years, but in 24 hours of a dry day. 24 hours of a dry day, you've got through it, it's over, it's behind you now till next year, relax. So, not really, till October 2nd. It's called Cyrus Says.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Yes, folks, we started. The show is called Cyrus Says, known in different languages. In Korean, it's Wahnia. And in Hawaii, it's Pokosa. And in Tripoli, where I'm very big, it's called Bakata.
What is it again?
Repeat any of these, you get a prize. A Mercedes-Benz, which doesn't start.
Okay.
More Benz than Mercedes.
Bakasa?
Bakasa is very close, but you bloody Bakasa, can I introduce you?
Yes.
Abish Mathews, I've told off the record, this is off the record because you don't have absolute proof, is the biggest YouTube star amongst all the... How mean. You mean I was wrongly informed? See, I'm not internet savvy. I read magazines. You better be. You better be. I heard you wiped out AIB and TVF, is it?
Yeah.
The one with the molesting thing? Okay. So you wiped out all these guys and there's no one else left.
Yeah.
There's Raju Srivastava fighting in Hindi.
Yeah.
But he's losing.
And it's me.
And it's Abish Mathews.
Wow. Kellyanne Conway.
And
nice
that
to
you're
meet you.
all over the world, brother.
Yeah.
That people see you. You're like the Scarlet Pimpernel. They see you here, they see you there. The people see you everywhere. You should read more. You comedians don't read. All you do is touch. Stop touching. Okay, bro, listen, jokes apart. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Abish Mathews, for those who don't know, is one of the biggest names in comedy at the moment in India. And we only get the big names.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't call anyone to the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, Conan O'Brien just cancelled. You're not a replacement, by the way. Huh?
Oh, am I?
You're not.
No, good.
You're you. He's him.
Yeah, that's right.
We keep them all here.
Yeah, everyone comes here.
And ultimately for our Jubilee, Ornob will attend.
Yeah.
We've got it.
Listen, I have got this in proof, audio proof in waveform. I'll get it tattooed. For our Jubilee, Arnav will be here.
Our Jubilee bastard. First you take my work, now you take my show.
So don't you know? It's Abish Says soon.
Can you?
It's gonna...
I got a name for the show then. It's Abish and Rubbish.
Done.
You're Abish, I'm Rubbish.
Done.
Oh, good, we get a sponsor.
Yeah.
One of those garbage disposable things. Okay, jokes up.
Yeah.
Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Show, as I said, was called Cyrus Says. I'm sorry I've dragged you into this. I know you got lots of work. But Abish, this whole show is about celebrating people's greatness before they become too great.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we catch them the right point.
Oh, sure. Should I leave? Because
No, listen.
Too great,
I know, but just dumb down a bit.
Fine.
We had Tenzing Norgay, Edmund Hillary, although they're not alive.
Yeah.
We had them all on the show. Yeah. I want to begin with the fact that you are, for me, which I like most about Indians, forget the comedy, we'll come to that, is that you're one of those guys who's, he comes from one place in terms of descent and lives in another place and then works in a third and then actually is in a fourth. Yeah. I'll explain. So you're basically a Malayali by descent, but you're born and bred in Delhi.
Yeah.
Which is, I have a story about that as well. And then you come to Bombay for your livelihood. Yeah. And now you're actually more like a traveling Wilbury and you're all over the place. So you're in America, England, wherever.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about this because I had a producer on a show called MTV Bakra, which nobody watched. He was Malayali, born in Delhi. And we went to do some shoots in Kerala, finally. And he really struggled. And I said, what happened to Vasant? He said, I speak Hindi better than I speak Malayalam. What can I do?
Okay, so those are
let's start with your story.
Yeah, there are a lot of those Malayalis in Delhi, actually, you would not realize. If you go to Mayur Vihar Phase 3, they're just a bunch of Malayalis who are living in different...
The Hindi Malayalis.
The Hindi Malayalis.
We must understand that everybody must have a lobby. This is a different lobby. This is a guy at the Malu wedding who everybody's like, why he doesn't speak properly?
Yeah, that's me. That is me.
That's you?
That's me. Every time I go back to Kerala and if I had to speak to my grandmother, she would have she'll just smile She'll have no idea.
And she's saying, who's this Punjabi boy?
Exactly. And the thing is, in Delhi, I'm never considered a Delhiite. In Bombay, I'm never considered a Mumbaiker. In Kerala, I'm never considered a full Malayali. But so here's an interesting thing.
You want a kiss, baby, wants a kiss, wants a huggy-wuggy, feeling sad.
But you have your identity.
No, but I like this. I like these stories because I think in many ways this makes you really Indian. After some time, you can't belong anywhere. So you basically just say, I'm Hindustani. And that's the way it is. In a way, if they melt us like this all over the place, we'll all be better.
Yeah. Where have you stayed? Have you stayed anywhere outside Bombay?
I'm half Parsi, half Catholic. So from there, being two minorities that nobody's heard of, there only begins my ascent into heaven. It's very difficult. Yeah.
Two different heavens. You have to choose.
And I live in South Mumbai. By the way, you don't know much about South Mumbai. Let me educate you.
Tell us.
South Mumbai is a place which doesn't know there is in India. They don't even know there's a vice president, a president, a governor, a chief minister. These things don't exist. We don't know. We see somebody blocking us with a cavalcade of cars. We're saying, who is that idiot? Nobody knows. They don't know there's actually a chief minister that runs the state and all that. So we live in our own world.
It's a separate world.
It's superb. I've had conversations which are hilarious. I've asked someone about the vice president and they say, Taj. No, not Taj. India.
They're still part of the same. Interesting. I've got to tell you this. Okay? I've been meaning to tell you this. My grandmother, when she was alive, when she had seen you on screen, right? And
this is a bad story.
No, this is I guess.
First, she doesn't recognize the grandson, doesn't speak Malayalam properly. And then she sees this. Oh, go on.
And many years later when I had gone, or months later when I went, she actually slapped me.
Why?
Because she was like, you went on television and you didn't even tell me. Because she thought I looked like you.
What are you saying?
And imagine what a compliment that is.
Who's hurt more? I don't know. I don't know what to feel here.
True story, because the week that wasn't.
So she thought just like, that was you.
That was me. She genuinely.
But you've always kept this hair on your face, and I can't grow hair.
No, that's why you can't.
I can't. I can't even curl anything.
He's such a cutie boy. No one can tell your age because of this.
No, it's my Genghis Khan bloodline. See, I'm always on time. I'm always in a hurry, and I can't grow hair. But these things don't earn you money.
And every time you leave some place, you leave a ruckus behind. So
I kill everyone. Yes, that's still there. Sorry, Mr. Jain.
So that's basically what my grandmother
So your grandmother actually thought that, oh God.
And I've heard I've looked like you a lot. The reason I put like a beard on is so that I don't look like you or Sachin Tendulkar or Wilde Valderrama or Javier
Bardem, the killer in No Country for Old Men.
I don't want to compliment myself.
Okay, listen, there's comedy and there's madness. You're suffering from acute madness. You can't look like all these people. There's no connection.
Yeah, no, not him. I forgot there was another guy.
Now you depress me. Sachin Tendulkar also.
Yeah, you could look like Sachin Tendulkar too. Cyrus, come on, you have to accept it.
I've been mistaken for Kamli a few times, but not Tendulkar for some reason.
I can
let's talk about you, brother.
Yeah.
Now, let's get back to Delhi.
Yeah.
What was the whole story with this young man growing up in Delhi? Mm-hmm. Or was the formative years in Kerala and then you went to Delhi?
No. I was born and raised in Delhi.
You're a bloody Delhiite.
I am a Delhiite.
I can smell it.
You can smell
your attitude. You've got an attitude.
That is true. You can smell my cool water.
Say the line. जानता हूँ मेरा बाप कौन है. Say the line once.
Mr. CM Mathew, मैं जानता
बोलो एक बार बोलो. Are you ready? So that they know that we are not lying, that you're a Delhiite. Say the line.
Okay, I'm going to
For membership in Delhi, you must know your line.
I'm going to turn around in my chair and come back with my full Delhi accent.
And I will shoot it like Madras cut.
Yes.
Ready? Go.
Here we go. जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है?
Asu. You touched me, yaar. More than looking like me, that really got me. I'm emotional now.
If you're listening to it post 8 p.m, I just touched him. It's
You did. And I paid for it, unlike a Delhiite. Sir, let's get back to your story. Your story is a very interesting one. Mm-hmm. You're intelligent boy, little research that we have. So tell us about school and college. What were you doing? Where were you?
I was in Father Agnell School in South Delhi. I did science.
Stopping for a second, South Delhi is with the richer.
South Delhi is where exactly.
And the bourgeois and the educated, the VIPs,
yes, everybody. But I lived in Noida, which is
oh my God, Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, exactly.
कैसे बात करते हैं यार? What's you saying?
Exactly. Oh, my English was so good when I.
You must have been alone then. English in Noida, unheard of. Yeah.
No, I didn't speak in English when I was.
I always thought Noida was a mistake from Andhra Pradesh. It should be Naidu, and they couldn't spell it. When I first went, I was like, "What is Noida?"
Cyrus, do you know what Noida stands for? It's the acronym.
North India something.
No, there's no North India. What is this? Cyrus says no.
Bolo.
No. New Okla Industrial Development Authority.
This is your first gag. Yeah. This is your first gag. I got to tell you.
It's true.
Growing up, your first stand-up routine. Guys, let me tell you what Noida is. And huge laugh.
Yeah, but it's actually true. It is New Okla Industrial Development Authority. And I used to be like, wow, English mein acronym, मैं तो बड़ा cool जगह में रहता हूँ. Then when I met South Delhi girls and boys, I was like, oh, you have Audis?
And then could you tell them you're from Noida? Or you have to say like, South Delhi?
I had a lot of aunts. I used to give their addresses as my address. So, yeah, so basically I was born and raised in Delhi.
Back in Agnell. So what were you like?
I think what had happened was I was a kid who liked attention. So I used to be on stage a lot. Right from mono acting to being a small part in a play.
Mono acting as in you were doing some sort of stand-up or dialogues?
So, which is weird. So
Mimicry?
No. I can't mimic anybody.
You just did 5 impressions just now. Including a guy from Noida who knows what Noida is. There are 2.
Tu janata hai mera baap kaun hai?
2 baar to bataya.
I can do a good Haryanvi cop though. Because I've been...
Do it. For...
जी लाइसेंस और पेपर निकाल ले भाई ये तो ठीक है जी बड़ दिवाली का समय आ गया कुछ तो दे दे अरे तू कहाँ हट जाएगा झूठन गलत मारेगा
मेरा जवाब क्या है
your जवाब is here's $500 that's it
$500 both my children
both your children probably not I do not certify I do not approve this message that Cyrus
my
said.
First gali in North India when this bloody MTV put me on an elephant with MTV written on the elephant and my forehead and sent us around the whole of bloody Delhi and the tri-state area was a Haryana cop called me from down and he used the word I can't say the word they're really vulgar but it's your in English it translates your sister's male genitals. Your sister's male genitals. That's what he said. And I asked him, but मेरे बहन के पास ये नहीं है. Sweetly I said, you तमीज से मैं बात किया ऊपर से I was on top of the elephant. We were having a conversation like a king and a raja and rank. But he continued.
Can
I was stunned, boss, because in Bombay nobody said that. Nobody ever said that.
Can I explain what that means?
Please do.
I know you can beep it out, so hopefully you will beep it out.
No, please explain.
I'll explain.
From a scientific, social point of view.
Social point of view, the word is two parts, okay? One is behan. Second, 3 parts. Behan. The
Ki.
third is ka or ki.
Yeah.
It's ka. Okay, not ki. Because the unit we're about to refer is the male.
But the person is female, so it was confusing.
And the third one is Loda builders, right? You know what I mean?
Yes. You're right. You know what I mean. You have now put it all together and...
Now, it doesn't mean...
I've never heard the expression. I'm 23 years old and I've never heard the expression.
It does not mean that your sister has one. That's not
then what does it mean?
It means you are the Loda builder in your sister. Literally. It means
what means that?
It means that. It doesn't
so it's much worse than I thought.
More. You're basically
I have to stop the program to go and fight with that guy. I didn't feel that bad then, but now I feel terrible. Thanks for explaining it, sir. You are a linguist.
Well, thank you very
much. A cunning linguist. Yes. Now coming back to you. So this is why did we cut to Haryana? Let's get back to you. Father Angle, so you like to go on stage.
Yeah, I like to go on stage. My dad, by the way, is the reason I was on stage so much because my dad has stage fright, but he loves to put his children on stage. So that's when I got...
But what is your father doing in school? He was a teacher?
No, he wasn't. So again, because I was in church, we had a lot of church activities where we would do fancy dress and like singing and music, and he used to throw me on stage all the time with my brother. And both of us developed this for stage. That's when I realized I really like being on stage. So my dad kept putting
It's like when people start clapping, they say a lot of people, become more extroverted because people are clapping. They like that clap high.
Oh my God.
It's why I go to the bathroom a lot because when I was very young and I did poo-poo, immediately my parents go, yay! So even now I'm always in the bathroom but nobody's clapping.
And your parents are still going, yay!
No, they were till 2016. But this year's been different for some reason. GST. Changed everything. Back to you, please. It's about you.
It's me.
So your dad, in a way, pushed you for no reason whatsoever.
I think he
just didn't want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
Like, Abish, you go on stage.
Go on stage. That's 5 minutes. I'm off this guy.
Did your dad have a Malayali accent at least?
Oh, he does have a Malayali
please,
accent.
can you talk like him for a minute? Now that you insulted Haryana, let's go down south.
Now because now I've lived in Bombay so long that most of my interaction with my dad is on the phone, and this is exactly how the conversation happens. For a second, Cyrus, I want you to take your real personality of Abish Mathew while I become Abish Mathew's dad, Cyrus Says, okay? And this is on the phone. And Abish is calling his father.
Hi, hello.
Hello?
Hello, Daddy, it's me, Abish.
Huh?
Abish here, your son. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go. Tell.
I just want to know, I'll be coming home. Can you hear me now?
I am.
I just want to say that I love you very much, but...
One second.
Hello,
One
okay.
second.
No.
Hey, okay. Hello?
Yeah, it's okay, Daddy. I'll call back later.
Hello. I can hear. Tell me.
No, the line, there's some static. Bye.
Line.
Enough. Bye. No, Daddy. Good night.
So this is
what a lovely con. This is what fathers and sons bond.
Father and son
this is a beautiful episode. People listening are going to go and hug their own fathers or sons.
There are so many things that are said without saying anything. My dad converses with me in
sounds.
Not even words.
In sounds.
There's no accent. It's always
But each is different. So the whole is a language.
Yes.
There's It's like I think Bhagwan Rajneesh came up with a 4-letter word which can be used differently because it's not the word but the tone.
Exactly.
That's how we talk to animals. Like my doggy responds to my So in many ways you are like his canine. Am I right?
That is true.
And it's beautiful because I love my canine. No one, the love for canine.
I miss Abish.
You're really a son of a beach, aren't you?
I miss Abish.
back to him.
So basically, my dad.
Okay, now jokes apart for a second. Was he involved in performing? You said he had stage fright. So was there a like what's the word? You sort of supplement what you did, project what you didn't have on the sun.
Exactly. That's what he always said. That because I could not do it, my children will not have.
But was he pushy?
No, not at all. It's just that he pushed us in the right direction.
Encouraging. There's a big difference between encouraging and pushing. I've seen pushy parents.
Not pushy, dude.
It's not fun.
Dude, I wasn't forced to do engineering. I wasn't forced to ask to do a master's. My dad literally said, do what you want.
But did they clap when you did your poo-poo? Oh, I'm sorry to bring that in. Moving.
Just yesterday they clapped when I did my poo-poo.
And that on FaceTime. What a family.
Papa, check this out. And my dad went, and he's showing me his forehead. Right? It's a great family.
What does he use for that one?
Yeah, dysfunctional family is amazing.
Encouraging.
How
do we say in Malayalam? Encouraging.
No, in my dad's language, that's how we'd say it.
Okay, everybody repeat at home. When you want to be encouraging.
Correct. So my dad was very encouraging. So he put me on stage and that kind of just pushed me like, oh, this is exactly what I like. So my brother, he's an excellent dancer. He was a professional dancer for a very long time.
He's a dancer?
He's a dancer. He's a flamboyant dancer. For the longest time, I thought my brother was gay. I'm not even kidding. But then when he started dating girls, I was like, oh.
My producer doesn't like these kind of references.
No, but your producer is gay. He's a good gay guy.
Yeah, but he's like acting like it's a bad thing.
Okay, let me
put it out there. Kripaya dhyan dijiye, please, ladies and gentlemen. We want more homosexuality in India for the simple reason that our market will grow. The heterosexuals.
Thank you.
See, it's simple maths. If 80% become gay, our chances of the ladies get more.
Wow.
Or then if we still don't get laid, Abish, there's no they can help us after that.
I'm a married man, so I don't know what the statistic mean to me. Even when I was single. Okay, anyway. So
shall I tell them what you were doing on the staircase?
What? No, it was just a random girl. She said, hi, can I take a selfie? And I...
Abhijit is not a random girl. He's a guy with long hair and feminine features.
Oh,
he doesn't like it. Where the hell were we?
My brother. Yeah. So again, because for dance, you used to wear short shorts and leg warmers. And I used to dress up like that because I adored my brother. And he's like, this is
He's older.
He's much older. He's 79 born, I'm 87. So like...
Why is there an 8-year gap? Happened to what?
There's a brother who was in the middle who passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I wasn't born at that time. I love saying it this way. It's true though. But I love it because it makes the other person
you break the mood.
Really
Yeah.
So I think now we're equal. I brought 2016.
Now I need 2 minutes. Go on.
Yeah. That's how long...
No, so he liked dancing. He was a bit like a role model, is it?
Yeah, he was.
And he was into this whole dressing and putting on a little act. From head to toe, you have to do everything.
He like fantastic.
Were you
dancer.
Popular? With the kids, I mean.
No, I was
not with the older kids who called you for a special session.
No,
That's different.
I think I was quite. No,
because I think that also makes people believe in themselves because suddenly you have like an avatar and people say, oh, he's the funny guy, he's the guy on stage, he's a singer, dancer, whatever.
But I was never the funny guy then. The thing
what
was,
were you?
Because my brother used to dance and I used to dance with him, I learned dancing. So I became like, the good dancer.
Oh, I thought there's no humor in Noida. That's what you're trying to say.
There are no humans in Noida.
He's done hours and hours of stand-up in Noida, but to no avail.
To no avail.
The two men went into a bar. The bar is closed!
Two went into a bar. Yeah, one of them died, obviously.
I tried that joke in Gujarat that bombed. Hey, funny guy.
You should do comedy.
Quick, we got to go on a break. So then I want to just get to this point in your life.
So my brother, he was a dancer, so I followed up dancing and I really enjoyed dancing with him at that point in time. Then sooner or later, my personality grew because I was coming in school, and then school I used to host a lot of events.
So anchor, you were an anchor.
Anchor, not a compare, but a compare. You know what I mean?
Delhi में तो compare. MC. तू MC करता है ना? MC करता मैं?
मैं बहुत MC.
मैं भी करता MC. अब तेरी मैं MC.
Exactly.
जानते हो मेरा बाप कौन है?
कौन है भाई?
MC.
Good.
MC कैसा है? Famous. वकील है भाई.
Oh, dude, my dad. Freaking hell, my dad's name is C.M. Mathew. If you reverse it, it's Mathew MC.
I think we take a break while we digest this information, which is crippling all of us here as we speak. It's unbelievable that we have cracked the code here.
Yes.
C.M. Mathew is actually Mathew MC.
Yeah.
MC means many different things. Yes. We will translate into Mathew's language, which is... Now let's take a break in the same language.
Hi, I'm Amit Verma, the host of the weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen. In my show, I examine the seen effects and the unintended consequences of public policy and private action. I show how policies meant to help the poor often end up hurting the poor. I've done episodes so far on demonetization, GST, surgical strikes, immigration and MRP. And I will continue my forensic assault on the truth in the weeks to come.
Catch the show every Monday on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you prefer. Or visit sceneunseen.in for all the latest updates.
Welcome back to Abish Mathew Live. Is it live? I mean, is it fair to say live? It's sort of live. Because you're live when we talk.
Yeah, unless I die right now, then it's Abish Mathew dead.
The only one who dies when the show's me. You know that. Up and dying. Okay, bro, we have to get the chronology. I want to get to your present thing fast.
Yeah.
So in school, you got this, let's say, avatar, because it's common with many comedians, actors, stroke entertainers, whatever, where they have a certain position in their school society. And from there, they sort of, go. So in their own eye, they sort of know who they are.
Yeah.
So did you kind of know you're an entertainer?
Absolutely. So the thing is, after this mono acting and that play little small things, school is where I discovered that I could sing. And because I started singing, my music teacher, Sir Norman Almeida.
Sir Norman, was he knighted by the Queen?
Yes, he was. He actually knelt.
All right. OBE, Sir Norman Almeida. He was knighted by the Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah.
So he recognized that I could perform as well as I could sing. Both of them
That's
not very
our
well.
Norman. If you're talking about performing with your teacher, that's different.
So I started. So that's when he started giving me a lot of projects to go solo or head the band. Yeah.
People who know you as a comedian may not know that you're a good singer, so we have to test you.
Okay.
Can you sing Happy Birthday, or would you like Baba Black Sheep? Sing something, or sing both together. One line of each to show your versatility as a singer. And I will accompany you in Teen Tal.
You have to give me harmony. Okay. So what do we? Baba Black Sheep have you on your
whatever you sing, I'll sing harmony.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. One for the mother, one for the father. Lyrics I don't know, and a happy birthday.
Very good, yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
You convinced me. For me, this is the start of something beautiful. I can see 2 albums at least.
That is
the
true.
one called Bachcho.
Don't put a D at the end.
Or in North we say Children's.
Children's.
Bro. Yeah. Let's get on with your life. You have little time left here. So you're in school. You got your position. Now you go to college, I suppose?
Yeah.
Do you do anything professional? At this point, somebody say, okay, ad, film or radio spot.
So when I was in school, in 10th, 11th and 12th.
Or elder woman.
That was my profession.
Why did you let that go? Stand up artist. Yeah.
No. So the thing, my brother was basically the dancer, right? So he started a dance school. So I started managing the dance school with him. And then soon after that, when he
So you're a good dancer also?
I was a decent dancer.
Now, how do we know you're a good dancer? It's an audio thing.
See, I can. On audio, you can see. Just hear the footsteps.
Come on, let's get
Ready?
something.
Footsteps, ready?
Footstep.
Here we go.
And go. It's
beautiful.
It's different.
It's
different.
It's beautiful.
It's different. It's its own style. It's not something that's been copied from anywhere.
I like my personality to come out while I'm dancing.
I think it's a lack of talcum powder from the movements, basically. But we'll get back to it later.
I like to call this art form prickly.
Prickly, and also in Mathai language.
That's true.
College. So what's your next step? What happens to you?
After the dance school, I had to dissolve that because I couldn't handle it.
Dissolve as in you all stopped it?
Yeah, my brother went to Abu Dhabi. His partner, who's also...
Where have I heard this story? The Malayali goes to the Gulf. I've heard this before.
I don't know. He was the first.
He's the first.
I don't think that's ever happened in the history.
Damn it. Is he still there?
No, now he's in Canada.
When have I heard this story? Malu goes to Canada. Bro, what's up? Then what?
So then after I dissolved the dance school, because I couldn't manage it, I got an internship with the radio. So
Which is where? Delhi?
In Delhi itself.
Okay.
And it was a radio station.
What was the
there.
show?
So then he might know. Do you know Kabir Chandra? So Kabir Chandra was a radio host in Delhi. He's a comedian. And so he took me under his wing as an intern. Interesting enough, I was supposed to do a 2-month internship, which ended up being a 1-year internship because those guys apparently knew I'll do work for free. But these guys are really nice to me. So for a year of internship, all I would do is take that mic and I go to CP and ask people questions and give them the bites by the evening. Next day morning, it'll run up. Then what happened is, because of that radio thing, I really liked it. I didn't know comedy was a thing back then, but I used to host it in a weird way anyway. Then college got done.
Which college?
Ramlal Anand College.
Ramlal Anand College.
Which I like to call RLA.
RLA. I'm just looking at the reaction of the Bombay guys. You have no idea whatsoever.
You have no idea. So I'll tell you what, in Delhi University is this one place where they really encourage extracurricular. Okay, extracurricular. All the time. So Ramlal Anand College, I think people in Ramlal Anand College, even my teachers didn't know I existed because I was always out for music competitions or debating competitions. And when I used to come back,
Just quickly, as an aside, sorry, tell everybody what Delhi colleges are like in terms of size.
Oh.
Because it's like each one is a Maidan. You go through a whole 5 years without knowing a lot of people.
Yeah, 5 years only if you fail twice.
Yeah,
it's a 3-year
exactly.
course. But 5
Special.
years, yeah, you'd start with a BA, you end up with an engineering course, right? Delhi University or colleges, by the way, if I ever have children, I'm going to send them to DU because freaking amazing, bruh. Because they know कि पढ़ाई करके इतना ही होने वाला है. क्या लिया है तुमने? You've taken up what? Arts? Are you going to what? Paint? No, you're not going to do much.
Because at the back of your education syllabus, the line remains, जानता हूँ मेरा बाप कौन है.
Exactly.
Your business comes out of that.
Exactly. And Delhi University is the best melting pot because you get people from the northeast, from Bihar, you get people from South India, you get people from the north.
Any Maharashtrians? Any people from Marathi-speaking area of Mumbai?
I don't think I've met a single
तो मिलेगा?
मिलेगा मेरे को नहीं मिला because हम रामलाल.
After all the backslide against North Indians, I'm wondering is a good place to go to. Hey, Delhi, I'm from Bombay.
Actually Delhi में उतना वो
Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Bro,
think about it.
back to your story. Back to your story.
Back to my story.
Ramlal Anand, now what happens? You become a big star there? You do a show? What?
Nothing. In Ramlal Anand College, nobody knew me because I used to go out for music competitions and all of that. So yeah. So basically...
So you were more a singer then?
I was more of a singer and a debater then.
Okay.
Then when college got done, when that radio internship got done, I got employed by an English music radio station in Delhi. Where
Called?
Hit 95 FM.
My God, it sounds more like a...
It's an interesting story. Now what happened is... a friend of mine told me that there's another friend of hers who works in this radio station as an intern and they're looking for new radio hosts. So New radio hosts. So I got a call. So I called up this friend of my friend's, a very close friend.
It sounds like that rock song. I heard it from a friend who...
So listen,
heard it from a friend
listen to this.
who...
Okay, this is where it becomes awkward. So I call her up and she's got this really nice
This
voice.
is the third friend through friend.
Friend through a friend who works in that radio station intern. She tells me, hey, Abish, when you come for this, make sure you don't say, hey, Dilli Vasi or anything like that. Just be yourself, be how you are and all of that.
Who says Dilli Vasio? What is this? Is this the Prime Minister's speech or is this a jockey? What the hell's going on, man?
You will be surprised with the audition.
This is like the hip Hindi speak or what? Hey, Dilli Vasio. I don't know. It doesn't work.
So I enter. Okay, now hear this out. I enter and I'm waiting at the radio station. I'm really nervous. And there comes this one beautiful looking lady. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the boss of the office. Wow, she's so attractive. And I stand up and I'm like, hey, hi, how are you? And she's like, please come with me. I'm like, oh my God, this boss is so hot. The boss is so hot. Then she takes me to the boss. Then I realized that the girl who actually took me is the girl who I spoke to, the intern. And then suddenly I was like, oh my God, my life is going to be sorted. I'm going to get married to her, have children with her. This is going to be the best.
Or have children with her and then not get married to her, which is even better. But
well, yeah, that's also nice. Then she left, obviously, to study, and then she came back and we became really good friends. But I was just like, that's my first time in a
did you have
station.
children with her?
No, I didn't.
Boring friggin' story. Thought it would have something in it. All right, bro, so we reached that point. Now you're an RJ of sorts?
Now I'm an
RJ. Is it fair to say?
Yes, I am an RJ. I was terrible for the first 6 months. After 6 months, I think people kind of got used to my terribleness and said, that I'm actually the new standard. I started doing the evening show from 5 to 10.
5 hours?
Live radio that
5
time.
hours?
Yes.
Oh my God, what commitment. You know, I've never worked more than 12 minutes.
I think we've spoken more than 12 minutes.
Why would you do 5 hours?
5 hours is amazing. And plus I was mentored
How
by
do you
this
pay
guy.
attention for 5 hours?
Dude,
Look at them.
it's amazing because you have to take live calls. And by the way, I was trained by Sarthak, who was the morning jock, and Neetu Bhai. It was insane, like the amount of mentoring that I got at that time. And it's just after that 3 years of radio, that live show, I started to realize
You're getting paid now?
Yeah. $25,000.
Hey, not bad, bro.
Dude, yeah.
We get less here. You know that now.
You know, $25,000 in 2008? I was like, bro.
Oof, that's a recession time and you're the only one earning money.
Exactly.
You and Goldman Sachs CEO,
Exactly.
same, exact. Oh, you're more.
Yeah,
because you don't pay tax. You're from Delhi and there's no government that's bothered about your tax.
₹25,000 मैंने fridge खरीद के दिया. I gave my mother a fridge. I'm like, here, take it.
To live in? Sorry, I'm so sorry. All right, so now you're an RJ. We have to fast forward because we're running out of time, bro. I want to get to your main thing.
Sorry,
how do you come to Bombay? Where's the Bombay connection?
So basically what had happened was, at the end of my radio career, I knew that stand-up started doing well because I started stand-up in 2009.
So when did you do your first stand-up?
My first stand-up was May...
No, we ran out of time. I gave you time. We can't do this. No, I'm kidding. Of
March 21st, 2008.
Wow, you remember the date?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, it was very amazing.
Oh, you just made it up.
No, because my hand was in a cast. I ended up doing show for a bunch of my friends and all. It went really well.
No, you did a professional show, I'm saying.
No, this my first professional show was a terrible show because I got booked in a place called Post 91 in Pune, which I was just 3 months into comedy and there wasn't much of an open mic scene. I got booked into a show. I went in. did a show at Post 91. By the way, Sanjay Rajora, who's a very popular comic, he was supposed to open for me. So he came up, he opened for 20 minutes and people loved him. And I was like, bro, 1 hour I'll do. I went up, 10 minutes of laugh, 20 minutes of silence. And at that time, people left out for smoke breaks, drinks. So much so that the organizer, Quill Potter, I think, asked me to get off stage midway through my set. Then they put Sanjay Rajara back on, who worked out for 45 minutes, and the audience is losing it. And I am feeling sad, but I'm watching this guy perform and I'm like, kitna acha hai yaar ye? So there's a part of me feeling crushed.
Why were you the bigger comedian if he was better known?
No, I was better known, but he was a better comedian. I was known because of my radio thing. I wasn't that skilled in comedy. And everyone started...
Then this was your first time of stand-up and you decided to 1 hour.
Paid stand-up, bro, because I didn't know any better.
But you didn't have material?
I had material which I thought was great.
Okay.
I had 20 minutes.
I thought you did what I do, which is like you don't have material. And then you look at the watch and say, folks, how much more?
Dude, that day I was like, no, Abish, you can't bullshit. You are no big shot. So after that I was like, yeah, I'll just like work my material.
But that must have scared you a little bit, no? Because you've never had any failure so far. Everything has gone well in your life.
Exactly. That was
so how do you deal with that?
Failure.
This is when you start drinking and things like that.
Yeah, just like beating people up and all.
Okay.
But no, that was very good for me. Because also I was dating a girl then. A week later she broke up with me because she was there at that show. And which I don't think is related, but I like to believe it's true.
On a social level, this is our commitment to society. We want to make a point here.
Yes.
You all young comics, remember, never take your dates to see your show. Never. It never works out.
I agree.
No matter how good you are. It's just not a good thing to do. Because there's never take them twice. Nobody can sit through it twice.
Yeah, jokes are not funny the second time.
Bro,
Anyway.
but let's look at the Abish wave. What happened after that? Now, so you've got this humbling experience. So you want to give it up or you want to carry on? What do you want to do?
Well, like once you've tasted blood, you really like it, right?
Yeah,
like
the first 10-15 minutes went well. So you know you can do it. You just didn't have the right...
I just signed
Second
up
gear,
for the
third
show.
gear didn't happen, but you...
After that, what I started to do, I went to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in 2010.
Right.
That's when I was like, oh, there are so many forms.
Is this where you show your hair? Everybody has different fringes.
Oh.
I'm so sorry I had to set it up and then kill it like that. I'm so sorry. I'm like you in Pune. This is a Pune moment for me. Give me a minute here. Sanjay Rajori, come back.
Rajori Garden is another place.
Damn it. Be clear. Sanjay, I'm so sorry.
Sanjay's
I
good
called
now.
you a garden. I don't know why.
After that, so anyway, at the Fringe Festival, came back, did my first
What is a
special.
Fringe Festival, brother? You act like we're all in comedy. Excuse my French.
You plebs, I have to tell you.
So what, it's a comic
festival.
fest-
Producers like, how do you not know the Edinburgh Fringe Festival?
I'm a cricket lover.
That's what Abish says now. Abish says.
Okay, I worked on MTV. I hate contemporary music. I supposedly am a comedian. I've never seen a show and I'm very little interested in it.
Yeah.
This is the way life is, man. What do you think governments do? Do you think they want to govern? What's wrong?
Oh, that's true.
Brother,
What we've done right now is give social
Fringe.
commentary.
Kya hai? Fringe kya hai?
Edinburgh Fringe Festival is basically an international comedy festival, also an arts festival, where a lot of big artists come and they perform at big
Like how
venues,
big?
also
Name me
small.
3 big names.
Michael McIntyre performed there.
Wow. Is he Dennis McIntyre's son, the
Danny Boyle
playwright?
performed there. Sorry?
Is he Dennis McIntyre's son, the famous playwright?
Dennis McIntyre.
You don't know Dennis McIntyre. No, Michael McIntyre. Some two-bit comedian.
What kind of
Doesn't know Dennis McIntyre.
Modigliani.
Have you split second? Have you read the play?
Excuse me, sir.
He doesn't know his friggin' plays.
Excuse me, this is
What
my
kind of
show.
This Malayali guy is coming and bully us like this, yaar. Who is
my
this
show.
Michael? From now on, you're not to talk. Next, give me one more name.
Yeah, after that, Michael McIntyre, Frankie Boyle. I had seen...
Frank Boyle, the actor in Raymond, who died.
Frankie Boyle.
He's also Frank Boyle.
Yeah, that's true.
Frank becomes Frankie. Well, here it's a food thing, but just stop it.
Yeah.
Third one?
Sorry, I was
Third
just
name.
trying. I forgot.
Biggest Indian name?
Veer performed there. Veer had performed there right now. Aditi Mittal is performing at the Fringe right now. Azim Banatwala is there performing at the Fringe. It's a big thing.
Okay.
It's one of the top comedy festivals. There's the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. There's a Melbourne comedy
Even
festival.
if you don't speak
and then there's
Scottish,
a Just for
you
Laughs
can go and
comedy
do
festival.
moving on.
Yeah.
Right. So you perform there. Then what? Which is close to your mother tongue from what I gather. Dad, talk to my friend O'Hara. Tell us about your experience.
So it was great. I saw so many shows and I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Imran Yusuf, that's the third biggest performer I saw there. So yeah, so I saw these guys and I was like, what am I doing
Yohana, I
wrong?
know. Imran Khan, I know. Who the hell is Imran Yusuf? Yeah, go on.
Oh my God. We need to bring you up to speed with
Our
the
societies are
meetings.
so dysfunctional and different. Yeah.
So saw them, got back, did my first special. That was the moment that I realized that the more you're on stage is how you
So
get
you're
better.
now performing for different people. They're not desis. There's like 20 different races
it's
in the
just
crowd.
very different people.
So what material will you do?
So I had material about me.
Okay.
Which worked better than look how Indians are.
You
versus
in
other
Europe,
people.
huh?
Me in Europe, me, my parents,
yeah.
me and my insecurity. All of that.
And the non-Indian guys who got it?
Everybody got it. It's just they got it. It wasn't as funny because I wasn't that new. I was very new into comedy, so I kind of realized that relatability is there. Now I just need to work on my humor.
Right.
So that's what happened.
Humor is never important. I keep telling people it's all about relatability.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I disagree.
Sorry.
I
Take
learned
that back. Humor is important. Put
I
it.
learned it the hard way.
So
Didn't
your
know
confidence increases. You're now United Nations of Comedy. Then you come back to India, come back to Bombay, and you start performing.
No, then I moved.
When does the
was in Delhi,
Abish?
Then I moved to Bombay.
Okay.
In 2011 or 12.
And the Abish show?
Son of Abish show.
The
It
one
came
that
out
comes
of-
on-
Yeah, it came out of a point of desperation because everyone was doing.
No, you
comedy
used to do
specials.
that on the comedy. What's it called? Laughter Canvas Circuit.
Yeah, Canvas Laugh Club.
When I apparently
That's
appeared
when
on
you
it
come.
also.
Yeah,
so
you
the
did.
show you do is a show of that. It's like the you broaden that a bit. And am I right?
Yeah, basically it was just a talk show
Right.
where I do stand up in the beginning.
Yeah.
Then I speak to our guests, like you had come for the show. The second one is where we added the games and it was a little more production value. Looked a little bit like
because
a
now
late
somebody
night
else
show.
is working on it. They have to explain why they're there.
Now we're working on the third season for the same. Now we're making it look much more different than what was in the second season.
Who's we? Who helps you with it?
Right now I'm getting a lot of comics to help me and write that show because
Interns you don't pay, obviously.
no interns are mostly comedians who are really big. They come and work on a project base, pay them money, but they're also so involved in the project, which is
Right.
amazing.
God, I hate comedians. So interested and sincere. What the happened to all of them?
I know.
Yeah. Then, give us more about your life. We've got about 5 minutes left. Freewheel for a little bit. What's happening? What are the projects? You're very big on YouTube. You do a lot of events. You still have time to do live events. You
Yeah.
never stop
I love-
doing that.
like I said, right,
you
I love
travel
the
a lot. How do you
stage.
travel a lot? Because how do you do your commitments here? Every time I hear about you, you're in America or England or Germany or France, or you've joined
Yeah.
some cult.
It's,
or started one or stopped one.
Started, stopped, and continued in cults.
There you
I am
go.
the creator,
CULT, yeah.
provider,
Yeah.
and destroyer.
Cult.
I
Don't go all
destroyer of
Malayali
cults.
on me on this one. Cult. Boliye, sir. So what's coming?
So right now, season 3 of Son of Abish is coming, which is what I'm very excited about because we're trying to recreate the format a little bit. Last time around, it looked too much like a late night talk show, but that was the intention. But now it's to be like, okay, let's see what else
More
we
like
can do with the
Oprah
format. Yes, but I will be talking about people's problems and
Right.
gifting them lots of cars.
Why don't you try and do more Simi Garewal? I felt more sincerity on that show.
I don't think I have that much class, to be honest, because
Yes.
people like Simi Garewal and all, they're so classy.
I'll give you 2 words.
Yeah.
Makeup. Makeup can add class to anyone. I've seen some really rustic looking people and then makeup, boom, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
My good friend Kunal Vijayekar,
Yeah.
no class. But
Makeup,
5
full
hours of
class.
makeup
Yeah.
and then surgery and boom, we've got something special.
That's the beauty about makeup and surgery.
Thank you.
I can't do that.
Well, you go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, I go to the makeup festivals.
That's all.
And I see some of the best friggin' makeup in the
and
world.
then we
bro.
compare success. in
Huh?
that.
Have you heard of Salim Juzabel?
Juzabel. Arey, Juzabel, dude,
Then
yeah.
have you heard of Jamesh McIntyre?
Oh, great. Jamesh ji, wow.
Paresh Sengupta?
Paresh Sengupta. I love it.
When he touches your cheek heals.
Which cheek?
Whichever you
Face
want.
one.
Depends on the rate you're paying. Brother.
Yeah. So
Eh.
finally, Son of Abish is happening. Season 3, very excited about it. The idea is to do Son of Abish twice a year. It's a 3-month commitment of a project.
So you're the Amir Khan of comedy. You'll just perform once or twice a year.
That is true.
Yeah, excellent.
I gain weight, but losing weight is the problem in that case. I realized to be a successful actor, if you can lose and gain weight
Are you
quickly-
acting in something?
No one seems to.
But you want to.
Yeah,
Because
I do.
you started at the beginning, now you set me off a little bit.
Yeah.
You sing, you dance, and you act, but that you push in the background because you become a comedian.
No,
but
it's
deep
not.
down, you really want to do that as
I
well.
really like to act. So no one hires me because I'm.
No, but
too
you're
chubby
perfect for
a good role.
Bollywood. No, that's never stopped anyone in Bollywood. Shall I show you pictures? Don't talk rubbish. I'm
I'll
too
become
chubby.
the quintessential fat guy, which I'm like, I got more skill.
You're not that fat. You're a little tubby on the hips, but that's genetics. Now you can't do anything
Thanks,
about that.
Baba. Thanks, yeah.
Are they make them shoot your navel upwards? It's been done before.
No, the nipple is the problem. Anyway, so-
Only one? Only one?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out there.
Makeup, 2 words.
I found out there's something called a nipple tucker.
Is it?
Which I had to.
What are
on
you
a
saying?
shoot. They didn't get.
They stitch it. They stick it and shut it.
Because they didn't get a nipple
It's more like a
tucker.
nipple shutter. Yeah.
So what they put is Band-Aid.
Oops,
like an
that must
X.
have really pained
There's
me.
hair around my nipple that
Oh,
ripped.
brother.
I'm sorry. If you're listening to this, it's true story. There were tears coming out of my eyes.
Oh,
And I
God.
was like, never again.
Do you still have the nipples?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, boy.
Talk about the hair.
All right, bro. Thanks a lot for being on the show.
Yay!
Always a pleasure. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
And as you go from Central Friend, don't ignore us.
No, not at
Because
all.
remember, we'll remain in the same place, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Abish Mathew on Cyrus Says. Coming up, the AMA is with Naveen, whatever his surname is, Narona.
Hello there, my name is Naveen Narona, and as a gay person in India, I get asked a lot of stupid questions.
Beta, is it LGBT or eligibility?
How do two men procreate?
Bro, is Grindr better than Tinder or what?
We answer all these questions and much more on my podcast, Keeping It Queer, where I talk to individuals from the LGBT community in India and learn about their personal stories. Catch all the episodes on the IVM podcast app or any other podcasting app you like. Till then, keep it queer.
If you have any questions for Cyrus, write to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
All right, cool. Hello.
Hi. Hello. And AMA time, and with us we got that fellow Naveen, and with Naveen we got Abish. Abish, Naveen, we're going to talk and we'll talk together.
Nice to meet you, Naveen.
Nice to meet you. By the way, the hyperness in this room right now is just like through the roof. I can handle.
I don't know what that's because we got this engineer who's nuts. Shaban is a madman. He's a complete He kills people. And then he comes very calmly here and sits down and acts like nothing happened.
Yeah, he runs over people as well sometimes.
Did you? Have you killed people with the car?
Almost.
Huh? One or two.
Very, very
He's saying
close.
1 or 2. How can you not be sure?
Guys, he's an
How can you not be sure?
He's going to remove this anyways.
What
we
are
all know.
What are you, an actor? How can you not be sure? Sorry.
Cool. By the way, we had a discussion a long time ago on the show, and somebody had asked this question to Cyrus, asking if you ever had someone to play you in a biopic, who would you choose? And he did choose you, by the way. There was mention, yes. See,
but now he says that I look like him, or he looks like me, or we look like each other.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
It makes sense. You finally settled for Varun Thakur.
I did?
Yeah.
I'll tell you my problem. I've always wanted to be taller.
Yeah, I'll tell you why you chose Varun Thakur.
Why?
Because that's your ideal person, but your true person is me.
Yeah.
You want to look like Varun, but you look like
Baba, we'll do before and after, na?
duality of personalities.
Yeah. What I see myself as versus what I really
See,
am.
Abish, I really like you, but I want you to be taller if you're going to be me. I don't know, at least in fantasy, let me be taller. It's not fair. If you had to do your own biography, would you just left, right, and center correct a few things here and there?
It's like body image, no Nazi nipples.
Maybe 40, 50 things. But the point is, let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
So AMA time. First question we have. I like the smell of petrol. So is snorting petrol okay? Abhishek is asking this.
No, I'm not a lawyer, Abhishek.
Yeah.
Ethically, I don't give a damn. If you can afford it, it's your problem.
Okay, here's my answer.
But don't do diesel, because my cars are both diesel and there's a shortage of diesel. So leave the diesel alone.
As far as you're smelling petrol, it's fine. Don't intake the petrol. That's my answer.
Cool.
Also in India, we say petrol.
Petrol.
Not petrol.
Yeah, that's
so you
true.
should say that it's more like Bengali. It's petrol.
Petrol.
गाड़ी में petrol डालना है.
But if you can't afford petrol, Abhishek, CNG is the option. Like, go for that.
Be very careful what you advise people on a podcast. I won't
But
come
he
back
likes
on that.
sniffing it, so what's my... even kerosene smells
I don't
nice.
think we are...
I mean, like...
He has to talk to the petroleum minister. This is not my business or responsibility.
Yeah.
I will not take responsibility for this.
petrol is as good as smelling kerosene.
We have a shortage
or paint.
of all this. We have a shortage.
No. It's the same as saying keema pav and vada pav are the same. No, my friend.
I'm
petrol
saying
is a separate...
You're a third world
acquired
country.
taste.
You cannot afford to have a hobby of smelling things as expensive as petrol. You smell your armpit. Third world countries do what third world countries do.
Or yours.
You can smell mine anytime.
Cool.
While I'm
And
filling petrol, for
this
example.
this one's a little personal about what you're doing right now.
But can we include Abish in it?
Okay, we won't done. The
It's like only I
next
can
question
answer.
is from a very 21-year-old kid.
How do you know he's 21?
He's
You
written
write
it on the
21.
question. He's written on the question.
Listen, I know enough 80-year-olds who pretend to be 21 on
Can I ask
Tinder.
the question?
Yeah.
Because I've dated them. I'm telling you.
Who do you think is the greatest cricketer of this generation? I personally prefer Tendulkar. I'm 21 and I haven't seen King Viv Richards play. Is that King?
But they're two different generations.
Yeah, so Shubham is asking this. Who do you
Shubham,
think?
brother. Shubham. Viv Richards died in 91-92. And Sachin came into his own only in the early 90s. Debuted in 89. Abish can take this. Who do you think is the best of Sachin's generation, post-90?
See, I think the best cricketer that had been there was Johnny
D'Souza.
Mike Stand.
Mike
Johnny
Stand.
Mike Stand?
Johnny Mike Stand
from...
left arm fast.
Yes.
Yes. No,
great.
let me do it. If it's not your thing.
His mid name was Shore and his last name was Sennheiser.
Shubham, I will show you some respect. I believe Lara was probably the Lara Tendulkar Ponting best three
You know
batsmen.
Brian Lara, right?
No, Lara Datta, the actress, was the best batsman of her generation, you bloody idiot. Yeah, so Ponting, Tendulkar, Lara, the triumvirate of those three. And best cricketer, perhaps Jacques Kallis of this generation.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
Naveen will agree with me because he knows that pound for pound, weight for weight, bat, ball and field, with both balls intact, it's Jacques Kallis.
And he's cute as well.
I think we lost our comedian. Huh? He hates cricket. He's fainted.
I just
He's like
don't-
Kunal. So you're actually more Kunal than me.
I have no idea.
When we have a sports conversation, Kunal just implodes.
I do.
He dies in front of us.
Cricket, I just go
You don't like
quiet.
footy also? What kind of Malu are you?
Dude.
One second. Take a picture. Take a selfie. This is a Malu who doesn't like football. I mean, what? This is it.
Or
India's
drinking,
finished. India's
for that
finished.
matter.
You don't like drinking? I'm not doing any more AMAs. I'm offended. I'm thoroughly offended. I call Mr. Mathai right now. I want to. Does he approve of this behavior?
Oh, dude.
Please tell me your father isn't like you.
Dude, I can call my dad right now and you'll get to hear how he's...
Does your dad drink?
My dad drinks, yeah.
Then what's wrong with you?
Just, I don't like the taste of alcohol.
Are you pussy?
No.
You want to be a pussy.
No.
But they call you pussy.
I think we should call it that now.
Yeah, we should go. Give me a phone. Anyway, you want to complete the AMA?
Yeah.
Yeah, complete the AMA.
Cool. Last question. This is a very intimate one.
Yeah.
Because the listener heard the Saukar episode and said that he mentioned you and Mini Mathur had a thing going.
Yeah.
And then you went silent at this point. So like in the first 2 years of listening
I
to the
had
show.
a crush on Mini Mathur, and she was very nice. She would, as women tend to do with men who are stupid and they don't want to humiliate you in public, she would pretend it's okay. Because, I can be quite loud, especially when I'm drunk. But she handled it with grace and aplomb, and it was a lovely thing.
Any snippets of what you said?
Well, I say all the right things, which I thought were the right things. And Kabir Khan would make even longer movies because of that. So, karma comes
now
back
we
to
know
bite
where
you.
it comes from.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I don't know anything about sports or
Mini Mathur.
pop culture.
Mini Mathur hosted
Mini Mathur is a cricketer.
I know
Mini Mathur is a cricketer. Left arm fast.
She plays next to open mic stand.
But I really don't know about gossip or anything about anything.
Oh, such a nice
is,
guy.
The reason is because I don't want to know.
Okay, all right.
So,
Unzip, come on.
Yeah, but that's it. So that remains between us only.
Yeah, no, who is going to listen to that?
Yeah,
Come
so
on, that's
no
fine.
one, it's okay.
That stays with us, three of us.
Yeah, obviously it's not
It's
on a
safe
podcast
bet.
or
Of
anything.
course not, yeah.
Cool. Can we call it that now?
Oh yeah, sure.
Quickly.
Let's call my dad.
Okay, as we end the episode, we're going to take this is a social experiment which I have only 1 minute for. So, oh God, this man from Delhi via Kochi, via Auckland and Scotland, Dublin and Durban, and I don't know, Edinburgh, and finally Borivali East, is now going to call his father, the aforementioned Mr. C.M. Mathai, very educated and very nice man, but apparently likes monosyllables. So, let's see what happens.
Let's do this, Mr. C.M. Mathai.
And now, live and exclusive in our own minds, Mr. C.M. Mathai, father of Abish Mathew, will pick up the phone. Hopefully.
Yeah, they can hear. He can hear us from the radio. No? All right, here we
Put
go.
it loud, bro.
It's super loud.
It's not full.
Okay.
We are waiting in anticipation for the phone call pick up, but as of now, it's, as you can hear in the background, just reverberating with sound. Tring, 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 tring. Is Mr. Mathai missing? Has he gone somewhere?
Well, Mr.
Because there is an
Mathai-
adult film on Star Movies right now called Baywatch, the Bhojpuri version.
Mom's not even home. So
And mom's not even home, so why not? Okay, it looks like it's a failed experiment.
Oh,
but
no.
Thank you for trying.
I tried, guys. My dad usually-
No worries. All right, Abish, sorry we've run out of time. We've got to let you go. We don't have the studio. We borrowed it. Amitabh Bachchan comes in to dub for an ad in about 2 minutes. So thank you so much. So that was Abish Mathew on, what's the show called, Amin?
Cyrus Says.
Cyrus Says. What do I say exactly?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you. We need you. If you have any questions, write to us online and you can mail us as well. We will answer. We have a doctor in the house called me.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out
IVM Podcasts
to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.